5.
The Cuomo administration is under the microscope for how it handled COVID-19 nursing home deaths. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. The FBI and U.S. Attorney's Office in Brooklyn are investigating the actions of Governor Cuomo's coronavirus task force. This is the latest layer in the ongoing controversy. Just last week, the governor's secretary told Democratic lawmakers that the administration knowingly withheld information they had requested. That revelation on top of the state attorney general's finding that the state had undercounted nursing home deaths has led to a number of lawmakers calling to strip Cuomo of his emergency powers. Our team coverage begins with 7 Eyewitness News senior reporter Eileen Buckley.
We are witnessing the unraveling of a cover-up.
Harsh reactions coming in from both Republicans and Democrats learning a federal probe by the FBI and U.S. Attorney's Office in Brooklyn is underway into how the Cuomo administration handled the reporting of thousands of nursing home deaths during the pandemic.
I think the Cuomo administration really screwed up by not releasing that information.
Andrew Cuomo is unfit to continue his service as governor of the state of New York.
New York State GOP Chairman Nick Langworthy is calling for Cuomo to be impeached. The State Assembly Republican Conference is also moving to form an impeachment commission to review what it's calling, quote, Governor Cuomo's nursing home cover-up. All this unfolding in the week after the New York Post reported secretary to the governor, Melissa DeRosa, held a meeting to privately apologize to Democratic lawmakers for how they reported nursing home death data. Transcripts from the meeting revealed DeRosa saying in part they froze, fearing data would politically be used against them by the Trump administration. How do you react to that?
I am through the roof furious with them.
Democratic Assemblyman Patrick Burke says he welcomes the federal probe. Cuomo responded earlier this week to the revelation.
To be clear, all the deaths in the nursing homes and in the hospitals were always fully, publicly, and accurately reported.
This is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to this situation.
Republican Congressman Tom Reed has been pushing for a federal probe and says he's very pleased an investigation is underway. Reed says he's also seeking a federal complaint against DeRosa.
There was obstruction of justice, and there was outright potential perjury to the justice officials that warrant a direct arrest of not only DeRosa, but Governor Cuomo.
This also comes as state lawmakers from both sides of the aisle are considering legislation to remove Cuomo's emergency powers he had during the pandemic. Burke is among 5 state Democrats and 10 Republicans from Western New York supporting that move. He says some of Cuomo's COVID rules, like orange and yellow zones, did not work.
It was a bad idea. It didn't really work in Buffalo and Western New York, and it wasn't very fair.
Burke says it's time to pull back on the powers, which expire in 45 days. Eileen Buckley, 7 Eyewitness News.